Welcome to BoomerVision. Today's digital world is seen through yesterday's analog eyes. Today we're going to be looking at a free-to-play single-player game called Endless Sky. You can find this game on Steam. We're not going to delve too deeply into it. We should be able to determine whether or not this is a yes or a no game to play in the first, 15-20 minutes. And let's get to it. So to begin, we will pick our name. Click in the box here. And now we will choose our ship type. Transport, light freighter, interceptor. So each one is progressively more expensive. The interceptor looks pretty cool. It's probably the wrong choice, but we're going to go with the interceptor. And enter a name for your brand new Sparrow, or leave it. Let's roll the dice and click on random here. Duke of the North. All right. Well, what's in the name anyway? Okay, let's leave that place. Now we have some text to read. So the trading option, clicked here, lets you buy and sell various goods at each planet that you land on, and it doesn't look like the best way to make money in the ship that I started out with due to its low cargo capacity. So moving on to the job board, the highlighted missions available you can make money on, and as you can see, I have not yet mapped a route to either of those systems. You can still accept it. Some of them are time sensitive, so if you don't have the proper map, that could conceivably go awry. And the next thing to click on here is Outfitter, where you can purchase various upgrades for your ships. I bought the local map, hoping that it would allow me to take some of those missions. And let me bring up the map. And what it did, without me having left the starting planet, this filled in a lot of blanks, as you can see here. The map is supposed to bring up the 12 nearest systems. I count pretty good up to 12, and this isn't 12, so my assumption is some of these stars have multiple planets in them, and that would account for the bad math. We will figure that out shortly. So here we are, ready to depart for the first time. And we will choose a destination, and we will jump. Kind of cool. And we will land. Controls seem easy. And we loaded up a bunch of clothing because we bought it on the last planet cheap. Looks like we can sell this for a bit of a profit. We will sell all of it. Here we are. And we will load up with luxury goods. That looks like we can make a buck that way. And we're going to fly these back to our original planet. And see if we can make a buck. As you can see up here, the number of credits that we have in our account is heading rapidly south. That's due to the usurious virtual bank here that loading you the money to buy your ship to start with. That is a concern. No idea what happens when you run out of money, but in real life that tends not to be good, so I can't imagine it'll be a good thing here. And let's see. Yeah, we'll make a bit of a profit here. 23,000 credits. It looks like we're just barely, maybe not even maintaining, but we're going to have to figure out a more lucrative method of trade here. So having filled in the map a bit, I ran out of credits, as you can see up here, down to 355. The trading didn't go so well. And I have missed several mortgage payments. I do not, as of yet, know what that'll entail. Is my boat going to get repoed or what? My principal is climbing. A little visit to the bank told me that, yeah, my credit score's dropping. Unreal, a game with credit scores. And I don't qualify for any further loans at this time. Well, la-di-da. Okay, so in an effort to increase my revenue, I took a passenger transport job. And I had enough cash to buy literally 1 unit of industrial goods. So I am on the last leg of the transport mission, and we're going to depart, and we'll see what happens when we complete the mission. The jump button. So an interesting thing while we're doing this is if you are destroyed, you simply reload the game from the last planet that you were at. Since it, at least to me, is kind of complicated. That's a really good system to have. Takes a lot of the stress out. Let's see. All right, 14,000 credits. So I can now make mortgage payments. I don't know how many I missed. I think 2, something like that. All right. And we will go look at the job board and see about making a little bit more cash. Let's see. I don't know where that is. And that one seems a little bit closer because we're on Mirac here. And that is, 27,000. Wow. We're going to accept the mission. Yep, I got to sell my commodities. Okay, so we're done here. We'll go trading. And it says I have no commodities to sell. So let's go back to the job board. Yeah, all right. So the interesting thing here when you're taking these missions and you don't have a map to the particular system is, is this one going to go here or is it going to veer south? Because it's not necessarily intuitive. But all right, so we're going to pick our jump points, and we have enough fuel to make 3 jump points at once. So we're going to get out of the map. We're going to depart, and we're going to auto jump to the point nearest to our destination here. Oh, nice big ship. And cool sound effects. Not sure what all of the asteroids signify, if anything. New whales. Also, I'm not sure if it was a good idea to bypass all of these planets or not, but we will see. Okay, landing on Gemstone. Take a look at the map, and we, let's see, our missions. Rush delivery to Bounty, and it looks like that is going to be taken care of on this jump. So let's depart and jump. But a siren means something's going to shoot. Hooray, managed to jump. And we still got sirens? No, good. We got bad guys. Come on. I made it to the surface. As near as I can tell, once you're on the surface, whatever's going on off planet doesn't make any difference. And we made 27,250 credits. So we're not bad. Let's go to the bank. And our principal is now more than we originally borrowed. And it says here you can pay extra. So let's pay extra. Reduce your daily payments. Let's give them, I don't know, 20,000. Okay. So we're down to 468,000, which is slightly less, I believe, than what we borrowed to begin with. And the payments dropped a tiny, tiny bit. That interest rate is a killer. Okay. Okay, so Sol is a star I want to see. So we are taking a mission to transport a passenger to Mars. And see how this goes. I've plotted 3 jumps here, and I'm going to do that without landing. I think my fuel will last longer than that. And there are no planets detected. I have run into a problem. Okay, no planets around Mizar. Go figure. Okay, so if that's the case and I'm out of fuel, first of all, let's slow down. We're going to call for help, if I understand correctly. Talk to him, ask for help. You scroll through the ships, obviously you're not going to want to ask a pirate for help. Although I think that's an option. You can pay them a bribe. Click on done on that. And you gotta kind of slow down so they can catch you. I mean, you don't got to come to a complete stop, but as I learned the last time I did this, if you're going too fast, you're not going to get the fuel. Okay, so now we have fuel. Here's our map. Let's see. Click the mission overview, and there's Sol, where we're trying to get to. And doesn't look like any shortcuts. So Mizar, we can get to Arcturus, and that's what we're going to do. So each of these stars has, well, most of the stars have planets around them, and the planets have interesting names and some fairly interesting descriptions. It's there's a lot more that's gone into this than I was expecting in a free-to-play game. It's very enjoyable, and I think I'm getting ready to miss another mortgage payment. So we're going to click on the map, and we're going to plan our next 3 jumps, and spare you the recording of that. Let's see. I'll be back when we are at Vega. Okay, Vega is the last stop before we get to dear old Sol. There we go. And we're landing on Mars. There's 2 habitable planets around Sol. We'll see. Okay, here we are on Mars. And that's an actual picture of Mars. That's really cool. I like that. Okay, this game is fun to play. There is a lot to it. There's a lot of detail that is enjoyable. And I got a really simple rating system because I'm rating um, primarily for people in my age group. And, well, anyway, I have a worth a try. It's a reach, and don't bother. And this one is definitely worth a try. And I'll see you guys next video on BoomerVision.